are you going to be at the next YouTube call out? You signed my Yeezys last time. I remember you, man. It's about that time again. We're gonna do another Q&A because my DMs are getting overflowingly overflooded. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just gonna answer a bunch of questions from you guys while I go throughout my day because we got a lot to cover. What better way to do that than distract you with a lovely Q&A? I don't really know a better way to do that. So we're gonna get into it. I'm not gonna read my phone while I'm driving. Whoa! I'm not gonna read my phone while I'm driving, but we are gonna give you some engaging content. So stay tuned, watch the whole video. I also have some stuff at the end to go over. I'm not just gonna do a little sit down Q&A because I think those get kind of boring. We're in my 987.1 Cayman S right now, my Porsche Cayman S. Fun car. If you're new to the channel, hit that red rectangular subscribe button down below. Just tap it, touch it, you know, a little boop, just do that because it's just gonna help you get this content more advantageously. We are the most aggressive car YouTube channel on this. We're not, but we are. But we're not, but we are. And we are. So subscribe. It's just for your benefit. Oh, turn the notification bell on too, because if you don't do that, then subscribing doesn't even matter. Yeah. You wanna hear the exhaust? Let's hear the exhaust. For those of you who are new to the channel, that is a Soul Performance Products exhaust. Any exhaust questions, if you are a Cayman owner or prospective Cayman owner or Porsche owner, McLaren, Lambo, BMW, anything, link up here, little email address, matt@soulpp.com. Hit me up, direct your exhaust questions to that, or comment them below, but definitely if you're serious, direct them to that, because I can get back to you a lot quicker than the comments down there. Doesn't that sound delicious though? There's the X3. No, that is not my X3. That actually back there, it's my brother's. I helped him get it. We helped negotiate a price. I do some brokering and consulting services and whatnot every now and then for vehicles. If you are interested in that, hit me up here at mattwade.contact.com. I know a few different email addresses I'm hitting you with. There's actually a question I've been asked by a lot of people that will kind of cover why. And I'll let you know. I'll break everything down for you, so watch the video. I'm about to go get some coffee, I think. Maybe not, because I'm already too pumped up. And I'll answer some of your questions because I have a few I'm gonna knock out while we're driving. I highly doubt this camera setup is gonna work, but we're just gonna ride with it. Camera's on a tripod right now, just bear with me. I didn't bring my suction cup that I usually use to mount this DSLR inside. And that can lead into the first question that we have while I get moving, backing up, is what camera equipment do I use? You all ask me that. It just seems more digestible when the content isn't some crazy high production quality. I know some of you would enjoy that. I personally enjoy that. I like high quality stuff. But ultimately, those iPhone Ty Lopez style videos, they tend to generally work a little bit better. So someone who is on YouTube, that is something very, very serious and pertinent for you to know. If you're trying to start a YouTube channel or anything like that, you don't need a crazy awesome camera. The camera we're filming on right now, it's got a good lens on there, and I'll get into all this in a second because that's the question I'm answering, but ultimately, you don't need anything crazy. You can get crazy, but it's all about the story you're telling, really. If you're gonna make a video and you're talking about certain things, you really just wanna be able to tell a good story over having super quality, crazy Hollywood style content. You don't need that. It's good to have. You should have that. I would recommend it, but you don't need it. That's all I'm saying. You don't need it. To get into what camera equipment I use, I'm gonna make it super simple here and I'll list everything down below, but I use a bunch of different Canon lenses. We do have another camera on the way, which is gonna have some other lenses and stuff, and I'll make a video on that entirely, so it's good that I'm answering this question here. But ultimately, I've been saying ultimately a lot. I use Canon products, not because I think Canon is the best. Realistically, I don't think Canon is the best video camera, but they're a very good picture camera. They're very good for photographs, they have good color, their raw files are good color. It's a good basic starter DSLR. This is it's a T5i. It's an EOS T5i. It's Canon DSLR. I'm not gonna get into the crazy specs. Maybe I'll list them up here. Maybe it'll just be in the link that I list in the description. If you're interested in something like that, click on that link, it's your bow hot down below, and it'll give you your information. If you want me to go into detail with it, comment below and I will. I'll make a video when I get my new camera set up, and I'm so pumped up for it because the quality of this, a few people are all like Sony, 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 and they're really pumped up on other things, and that being the king of video camera, which I agree, Sony would be the most interchangeable and I would say Honda Civic-y of the camera game, because it's just so easy and simple, and very simple is the word I'm really just looking for. I'm at Wawa, I'm gonna go get my coffee, and I'm probably gonna gun it. Probably not even gonna enjoy it because I'm just going crazy today. So give me one moment. Good prediction, Matt. Definitely, yeah, just crush that coffee. Like I was just saying, if you're into that camera stuff, I'll make another video on it for you guys. But first, the next question would be, what do I do for work? I get this all the time and I've answered this in previous videos. I guess you don't, new subscribers, you don't go back and watch all of the old videos, which I don't expect you to, which is why I'm gonna answer it right now. Was a business owner of 2 businesses. A while ago, I'm just gonna go back to current things because I've flipped and sold and started a few different businesses since I was 16 with my brother. Initially, I was just working for people, companies and stuff. I'm not gonna name anyone, while I was in school, and eventually ended up starting my own business, and the business took off and it kind of took priority over everything else. And we ended up selling the business, and I ended up reinvesting that into another business, and then reinvesting that into a driving school. Prior to that, I was doing some natural gas infrastructure stuff in the East Coast area. I was also driving for some companies, doing some performance driving and education and instruction and things of that sort. A lot of HPDE, which if you're not familiar with that, that is high performance drivers education, as well as regular drivers education. And that runs down the list of getting your CDL, your GDL, any type of defensive driving course or point reduction. We've done defensive driving courses for police academies, we've done it for police departments, a ton of different things. But I will say, as of 2018, I have sold my stake out of that driving school. I wasn't the full owner, I was just a partner, and it wasn't exactly what I wanted, because realistically, track insurance, doing actual official driving and things of that sort, the insurance has skyrocketed to a point where I would have to almost mass produce and couldn't do things the way I wanted to. And I've always wanted to combine my passion for cars with providing value and helping you guys. This media and, you know, content creation, production is really cool, but I want to penetrate that a little bit more, and I really want to help out. I have a few things up my sleeve that I am still in the works of trying. I can't let y'all know exactly what that is right now, so subscribe and stay tuned for that, because a lot of it's coming much sooner than I think we're all going to expect. The sooner the better. In the end, the driving school wasn't really it. It wasn't providing exactly what I wanted, and I'm fortunately and luckily and thankfully at a point where I can narrow my time down into doing things that I'm more passionate about and can also make money. I like to call it the 80-20 rule. I don't like to call it that. I like to quote it that, because that is from, I believe, a Tim Ferriss book. He's an interesting cat, and if you look at the 4-hour work week, it explains the 80-20 rule. I'm not going to get into that because I'm not going to get off subject, but check it out. It's a really cool book. I've been doing digital marketing since my brother and I sold that initial company, and that's nothing I really wanted to bring into the YouTube world or the media world. But if you are interested in that, if enough people are, I will, or maybe I'll make another channel for that. I don't really want to be one of these internet gurus that goes over everything, but at the end of the day, if it's providing value, it's providing value. I would just much rather provide value through cars and things like that. In the automotive industry, motorsports industry, I'd really like to get you content in that way, rather than just make $1 million online and it's super easy and blah, 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 because it's not easy. It's not. I've failed a lot, and you will too, unless you're really lucky or unless you're just doing things the right way. Ooh, we have a Ghibli coming up, unless that's a Quattroporte. I'm in the Walmart parking lot because I have to go in and get some stuff. Modern day of what I am actually spending my time doing, a lot of behind the scenes stuff for Supercars of Philadelphia. There's a lot of big things to come because I'm taking this much more seriously, because now I have time to do it. And also, again, the digital marketing on the Supercars of Philadelphia side, I'm doing that a lot more. I didn't do this to make money, but I would say over 2017, we made almost over $40,000 just from partnerships and affiliate marketing and just engaging with the community and providing value in other ways, and also consulting. If anyone is trying to start a YouTube channel and you're trying to get that first 100 subscribers or the first 1,000, I could maybe spend my time a little bit better trying to help the community in a different way, rather than just doing like one-on-one consulting calls with people. And the channel having 5,000 subscribers almost and over 2 million views, I don't really do a lot of growth hacking or virality things. I kind of just want to give information. So when you're in that aspect, in that pocket, more difficult to go viral, so to say, than say provide value. And not that you can't do both at the same time. You can make a video that provides a ton of information and value and it go viral. That would, I would say, be the best of both worlds, but chances are it's typically not going to happen. Again, some videos people post, they don't get a single view. I've even made channels in the past that I've experimented with just to see, doing something different with Supercars of Philadelphia and doing that to see what the difference is. And the difference is that this channel still gets views because I do those certain things and the other channel gets no views at all. Because I figured out what works for me. Again, not going viral, but just bringing that down. It's kind of went a little bit off topic, but not really, because again, this is all work. But what I'm getting at is if y'all want, I can do consultation calls or whatever, because I am doing brokering services as well. I've helped people get into a lot of vehicles. I've helped people get into cars. I've referred, I've negotiated, I've done a ton of things that way. The buying process for them was a lot easier and they saved a nice chunk of change off of the car. The dealership sold the car and I got a small commission from the difference just for my time. That's just the way it was able to cover my time, because I would love to do this stuff for free, but I can't. It's time consuming, and if you have a skill and you're good at something, I think there's a saying, if you're good at something, never do it for free, right? There you go. Here's another tip for anyone trying to start a YouTube channel and film while they're driving. Don't do it. You'll die. Worst case scenario, you'll die. Best case scenario, you won't, but you'll probably die, so don't do it. By the way, springtime, Cayman owners, Porsche owners, anyone that has this interface in this area, in this kind of car, I just want to give you a little tip. When you're driving and you're trying to manipulate these controls, like this or this, don't press down. That's how they end up chipping and tearing. I think that's the reason why mine haven't yet, because you do the, I call it the claw. You give it the claw. You put your hand in here, and that's how you control it. You up, down. It just gives you stability by pressing up against this. I'm actually pressing up, like I'm trying to scorpion this, like get over here, like pull this out. Just a fun tip. For anyone that doesn't own a Cayman or a Porsche, this probably won't help, but I mean any car, instead of being unstable and trying to hit it and like whacking stuff and hitting things and resting your arm on here to do it, don't do that. If you're in gear, do not rest anything on this. Super bad for a manual transmission. Like terrible. The worst thing you could do, because you start rubbing stuff against stuff, and metal rubbing against metal when it's moving and hot is not good. So just give it the claw and up, you know, down, whatever, hit buttons, anything like that. Back to the Q&A. And just like that, we're back to my humble abode. Technically, not really, that's just the woods behind you, but that will lead to the next question. Rich Parker, any relation to Joseph Parker, M3 Parker? Sick F80 M3, check him out on Instagram if not. He asks, in all the videos, and I'll give you some backstory on this if you're a new subscriber, people ask, what exactly am I talking about when I say we're building a facility back there? So, the land in front of me on this other side is my personal home that I don't really like to film or publicize, because I love y'all, but I don't want you showing up to my house uninvited. That's just a personal privacy thing. I hope you would respect that. But back here is fair game, because that is actually purchased property of mine as of about a year or so ago, which has recently turned into a national wildlife reserve and caused a ton of struggles for me to try to build anything on there. But the initial game plan was to build a facility back there. That is still the game plan. I'm just trying to work with the township to make that a thing, because it's just difficult. And that's really all that is. There's nothing much to it. There's some things, I don't want to spoil it for you, so just keep watching, because that's coming. It's a weird contrast, Porsche Cayman Woods, but we're building a facility back there. I would say the best way for me to let you think of something and you not have it completely given away, Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory, but for cars. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, next question. This is a good one. Are you going to be at the next YouTube call out? You signed my Yeezys last time. I remember you, man. I remember that. I told you it was a terrible idea because you took a mildly valuable item and you just appreciated the hell out of it, because no one cares about my name on a pair of Yeezys. And if they do, I love you. We should get married or something. Not really. I don't know how to say this. I really don't. I do actually. There's just some things I can't tell you, which makes it difficult. I'm not gonna be able to make it to that call out for multiple reasons. Two, I will tell you. One, I could kind of tell you. I'm traveling to an undisclosed location, hopefully filming something if I'm allowed to, with another company. And it doesn't involve this car, but it involves something like this car. And I really can't wait to show it to y'all, if I can. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I can't even explain why I can't. Maybe in the future I can down the road. But right now, I'm just kind of under an agreement where I can't talk about it. But it's going to only lead to better things that you all are gonna freaking love. And I can't wait to show it to you. Second reason being, and this a little more important on the performance aspect of, I think this is going to be needing a new clutch. Now, after we've done in 2017, I think we've calculated before, it was over 50, I think about 55 track days, which is absurd. Like on a track, not a drag strip. Drag strip included, I went to a drag strip 3 times in twice, just for both YouTube call out. A good time. I would have loved to showed up, would love to come see y'all, and love to say what's up to everybody. I know my man Max is gonna be hucking it down. His BMW should be ready, so if this video is up by then, maybe it might be a good idea to release this today of the call out. For those clickbait purposes. No, I mean, it's not really clickbait because I'm literally talking about it right now. How long have you had the beard? You remind me of Dan Bilzerian and Conor McGregor. The beard. I've had this beard for a while. I did have it before Bilzerian, but I have cut it off a few times in between that. Every now and then, and anyone with the beard will agree on this with me, just every now and then it just feels like it needs to go, sometimes. Let me just give you a word of advice. If you've never shaved your beard, or you just started growing a beard, if you want to cut it, say you wake up on May 1st and you're like, all right, I'm getting tired of this, I'm gonna cut this. Don't do it that day. I know it's gonna feel good, but you're gonna regret it. I guarantee you will 100% regret it, unless you just look better without a beard, or you just don't know how to shave your beard, or it's like patchy or whatever. Wait until the 3rd week of May, like May 21st. And then if you still feel that same way, cut that shit off, because then you won't regret it. You'll probably regret it and you'll grow it back, I guarantee it. There's just something about having a beard. If you can have a beard and it looks right on you, it does. My hair's probably wolfing right now, but it looks good with my hair. Probably not right now, but yeah, we're just gonna go to the next question. Are you wrapping your car? That's actually a very good question, because we are soon. Now my hair's all messed up. I need a do-rag. Thumbs up if you think I should start wearing do-rags in my videos. So here's my thing with this, is I wanted to wrap the car a lot sooner. Let's get this in the picture so I can show you, maybe. I don't know how, there we go. I wanted to wrap this car a lot sooner. Anyone that doesn't have a black Cayman, don't give me heat for this. I think black is the best color for this car. It accentuates the curves a lot more. I like the darkness. So I think what we're gonna do when we wrap it is we're gonna mess with the textures. The only problem with that is textured vinyl, it doesn't have as much elasticity. It's less forgiving. And this car has a lot of curves, and it's going to need a very forgiving vinyl. So it puts me in between a rock and a hard spot, which is significantly difficult. It's coming very soon, very shortly. Like I said, 2018 is a year where I have a lot in the works for you guys, doing a lot of the behind the scenes, backdoor stuff. And I'm gonna answer a few more questions because I don't wanna make this video too long. And if you want like Porsche questions, because I'm feeling the next question will probably be a Porsche question. If not, I'll probably find one because now I said it. If you want like a straight Porsche Q&A, let me know and I'll set up a time and we'll set up like a time. Let me know a solid time where you would be available for like a live Q&A. For all my Porsche owners out there or prospects, because I want this channel to be a lot of that, even though it's Supercars of Philadelphia. And even though it's Supercars of Philadelphia, I'll have a Ford in there, I'll have a specialty vehicle, I'll have a Mopar or a Corvette. Yeah, they're not supercars, Corvette's almost there. But they're so, every car is special in its own way, and any kind of special or particular car, or track, purpose-built car, I'm not opposed to showing on this channel. So if you have any recommendations down below, let me know. Yeah, I was right. Am I going to be turboing this soon? I'm gonna throw this out as often as I can. Any turbo companies out there interested in partnering with me or partnering with a company that gets over 100,000 views a week, let me know. That's 400,000 views a month for Porsche content, and it's a wide audience. I'm not making this an advertisement. I'm just spreading the awareness. Maybe if one of my viewers is an owner of a wholesale or something, I'm down to turbo this and just document everything about that, even the pros and the cons. If someone helps me work something out. I don't want anything for free. I've actually been asked questions. I'm gonna try to find another question which will lead into the next one. Let me whip out my handy dandy phone. Mark, with no last name, asks, how do YouTubers get all this cool stuff from car companies? I feel like it would cost a lot of money. Well, Mark with no name, that's absolutely correct, depending on what it is. It was a very vague question, but I think I know what you're asking. To help y'all out here, like I was just talking about, partnerships, brand partnerships. It's awesome contacting the company and seeing if there's any way you can provide value to them in return for maybe a discount on products or something. There's a fine line between coming off as entitled and asking for stuff, which I never try to do, and if any company thinks I have ever done that to you, my main thing is I always try to give, and then ask, hey, by doing all this, I'm gonna need X, Y, or Z. Say vinyl company. I did all this vinyl myself, but Sir Speedy, actually, no, that's a very good thing. So all the stickers on the car, you can see they're off the car right now, actually, something I haven't brought up to anybody. You can see all the stickers are off the car. I got paid for that. Every single logo on there was a brand partnership with me and the companies, and what they did is they gave me some type of reimbursement, some type of value, and I did some advertising for them. And really, I thought it kind of fit. I thought it looked good, but this looks so much better just having Supercars of Philadelphia on there. I'm gonna get the track numbers off, all that fun stuff when we rewrap it or do any kind of update, maybe wheels, I don't know. But don't just go up to a company and ask to get sponsored. Like, I would say the #1 example of this would be you have 100, maybe 1,000, 2,000 followers on Instagram, or even 5, 10,000. And you comment and say, hey, sponsor me, give me a free set of wheels. At the end of the day, you want to try to provide some sort of value to the company and see if your audiences sync together and if you can create some synergy and work together. That's how that works. I'm just being transparent with you. You shouldn't get mad at that. Nobody should. That's really how that is. I'm just being honest and open. I think that gives me a lot of credibility from you guys because I'm just honest. I'm straight up about stuff. I'm not lying. There's nothing to hide. Yeah. It's like if you go to a vitamin store and you try to get some vitamins, that sales rep might make commission if he helps you out. Really? Wow, that's weird. He invests time into something and gets paid in return for helping you out. Crazy. Yes, some people do have problems with that. That's just why I'm kind of pushing that a little bit further. A lot of these things can be sponsorships or partnerships or deals where it's a brand partnership or a brand deal. If you're interested in finding more out about that, again, consultation calls. I can set something up where we can actually block off times and you can actually buy like a time slot for X amount of dollars or whatever, and we can talk about whatever you need help with. If you need consultation with, if you're trying to buy a car and you want to get a good deal on it, what you should say to them. I can make, you know, I can definitely personalize it. Rather than making a video, it can be like, hey Matt, I'm looking for this Vantage, this V8 Vantage for 25 to 40 grand. How do I get it? How do I get it down? And I can literally work with you and we can figure something out. I can help you save $5,000 to $10,000 off on a car. Yeah, I'm just speculating those numbers. I'm not going to guarantee that, but I can help you a lot. And then in return for that, it would be the call, the time slot that you purchase, and then maybe a small commission of what you saved. So if you save $10,000, I get 10%, I get $1,000. And that's all it comes out of. That's all it is. That's all that is. It's the way I can help you out with that. It's the way I'm trying to provide value to the community. But brand deals, brand partnerships, I don't like to use the word sponsorship, but if a company reaches out to you and says, hey, we're gonna send you all this stuff and asks for nothing in return, that is a sponsorship. That is, at the end of the day, a true sponsorship where they're literally giving you money. They're literally giving you products or money and they don't ask for anything in return. And that is a really sweet spot, but I like doing the production work. I like making videos and stuff. We actually have some stuff for the tires coming soon, which reminds me I gotta measure that. Thank God. Just got back home because I've been flying so much and out everywhere, Florida, all these other places. Something really cool coming to you guys for the tires. I'm really excited to put these on, and I'm gonna make a video for them. I'm gonna make a video for them, and hopefully they'll see the value in it in the future, and hopefully the video will get good advertisement and exposure on Instagram and everything else, and on the supercarsoftphiladelphia.com website. Collaboratively, it's an awesome situation. To answer your question, Mark with no last name, it still costs a lot of money. But if you can find a way to give value to others, they might be able to give you value or product or money eventually in return. You have larger companies, like, not companies, but say just channels, which I personally don't think Salamandrin is just a channel. Salamandrin is a full-out company. It's a full-out organization. Company may not be the correct term, but he is an entity that it's generating money. It is a money-making machine with the views, with the sponsorships, with the deals, Galpin, all that stuff. And it's smart. That's how you should be spending your time, because if you want to keep doing this, you got to make money, and just off ad revenue might not be enough for vehicles like that, or even any of Salamandrin's cars, which cost way more than just this 987S does. Good value though. Really love that car. If you haven't driven one and you're hating on it, then you should probably drive one and shut the mouth, because it seriously is an awesome car. I'm not going to make this video much longer. I think we have enough here. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to get outside. Well, I am outside, but I'm going to do other stuff outside instead of whipping around this camera. We have a new camera coming in to recap all the other questions I answered. If I have it set up, maybe in the next video, if you guys respond back and you actually want to do any of these consultation calls, the best way for me to do these consultation calls is to block into time slots, and you select and figure out an investment of how long you want to do, because otherwise all the DMs and stuff I get, if I put my phone number out, I would be getting a severe amount of phone calls. It's just how it is. I can't do that, unfortunately. I would love to, but I can't spend all day doing that. I gotta make money to make content for you. That's how that works. That's how that works. Gotta reciprocate, full circle. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found some value from it, hit that little red subscribe at your boha down below. And I think that's all I got. So I will catch you later. Follow me on Instagram. And have a great day. There's my car, and there's Woods. That should be a facility, Fantasy Factory. You guys want a ball pit? Yeah, I can get a ball pit in there soon.